Welcome to our 2024 New Year's Challenge. Today we have a lovely yoga class. Hey friends, it's Kate here. Thanks so much for joining me. I am so excited. We are in week 2 of our New Year's Challenge. As a reminder, you can go back to the beginning if this is the first one you're seeing, but each class is standalone. Feel free to join right from here or return to this class if it feels so good for you. You don't always have to do it in the challenge. Now, as a reminder, this challenge this year, we're starting off with the theme of energy, adding excitement, enthusiasm, maybe a little extra motivation for our exercise, our bodies, just, being excited that we've shown up and we're doing the work. Today's yoga class is a standing yoga class that's going to feel really good for our hips. We don't have to get down to the mat and do pigeon pose to get some beautiful stretches for those hips. So this is all standing, no props are needed. If maybe you have a limited range of motion, you could have some blocks for a few of our forward folds, but for the most part, this should be a really accessible class to all levels, and one in particular that should feel really good first thing in the morning if you, like me, especially feel very tight through your hips, your lower back, your hamstrings, and even the ankles a little bit too. We do some footwork as well. Go ahead, roll out your mat. Let's get started. Let's start standing on our mat. I'm actually going to take my feet a little bit wider than my hips. Just a different way to start off. Maybe hands to our hips, our heart, our stomach, or just down by the side, whatever feels best to you. Close your eyes and check in with your body. Lift your ears a little higher, separate the shoulders. Take a great big inhale through your nose. Easy sigh out the mouth. Again, great big inhale. Big sigh out. One more time. Let it go. Seal the lips together, lift up and out of the waist. Ears are still lifting high. Maybe for a moment, set your personal intention. Is it that overall theme of energy? Maybe it's just a sense of pride or satisfaction that you're here today. No right or wrong. Flutter the eyes open when you're ready. Let the hands dangle if they aren't already. Flip your palms to face me. Take a big inhale, stretching your arms up to a great big V, and then circle them down. I want you to keep the fingers nice and wide. Envision that your hands are hands on a clock, and you are striving to extend them as far away from your shoulders as possible. Big inhale, hands lift. Exhale, drop down. This time, inhale, both hands lift up and pause. Clasp the hands behind the head, elbows wide. Put a little bend in your knees and take a twist, right and left, back and forth. Waking up the spine, waking up the body. Find your center, release. Again, flip the palms to face me. Let's wake up our upper body a little more. I want you to flip the palms so they're facing away, rotate them so they face you, rotate them back, and opposite direction. So take that rotation through your arms as deeply as you can. If your shoulders kind of cave in a little bit there at the end, I'm okay with that because we are creating movement, mobility for our upper body here. As you do that, continue the rotation and start to lift the arms a little higher. Maybe they come up to about shoulder height. Once you've lifted them up to shoulder height, you might notice that range of motion will change a little bit. That's okay. Same thing, keep lifting them up even higher, taking them back up to that great big V. The higher you go, the less likely you are going to have that range of motion when you flip the palms back behind you. Last time, flip the palms, hold, stretch the fingers up. Again, big inhale, hands behind the head, bend the knees, a little twist right and left. No hurry or rush. Come back to center, pause, stand tall, drop the chin to chest, release the fingers. Let's find a forward fold. How deeply do you want to take your forward fold at first? You can pause with your hands still a little higher, maybe shake out the shoulders here, nod the head, relaxing, and then drop further into your deepest forward fold.
Hands may or may not touch the floor. They can absolutely be floating or at your shins or thighs. Sway your hips back and forth, waking up the hips a little more. Look through your legs or almost towards your belly button if you're not quite as deeply in a forward fold as I am. If you get a few pops in the hips, me too. Come back to your center, pause. Tuck the tail round the back, roll yourself all the way up to standing. Great big inhale, stretch the hands up nice and high. This time, drop the right hand down. Stretch the right and left hand further away from each other. Bring your right hand to your hip and let's lean over to our right. Are you looking down to the ground? Stack the shoulders, push further into your left pinky toe. Take a big inhale. Come on all the way up. Both hands reach nice and far away. Same thing other side. Start by extending long from finger to finger, that diagonal angle, and then hand to hip, lift up and over. Almost imagine you're painting a rainbow with your fingers. Stacking the shoulders, opening up the body. Let that go. Now, from here, I want you to turn all 10 toes away from one another. Take a moment, bend the knees, and make sure your knees are tracking in line with the toes. By that, I mean they're not knocking together, nor are they swaying over towards the pinky side, but straight in line with the toes. Once you know that you're in a good shape here, I want you to bend your knees, stretch the arms out and away. Exhale, set them right back down, just dropping into a little goddess pose. And yours might be deeper or more shallow than mine. That's a-okay, but this is one of my favorite things to do for my hips. First thing in the morning, just a great big bend and straighten. This time, reach the hands up overhead, pause. Again, I want us to drop our right hand down. Now you might touch your thigh, you might bring it to your hip, but lean over to your right again, opening up across the chest. Full big inhale. As you exhale, straighten your legs, find that deeper stretch along your side body, and then back up we go. Drop down into your goddess on your opposite side. Left hand over to the leg, start to lean. Reach, take your side body stretch as deeply as whatever feels good. We can hold there for a moment, and then straighten the legs. Come on back upright. Once more, find your goddess. This time, hands can come to our heart center if that feels good. Sometimes for me, that's a nice stretch for my wrist, as well as it helps open up across my chest. If you'd rather they be at your hips or off and away, that's okay. I want you to pick up one heel. What does that feel like to lift the heel? Maybe set yourself a little deeper, getting a stretch there for the bottom of our foot. Set it down. Same thing, other heel. Doesn't matter if you do right or left first. We're always going to do both sides. Set it down. Lift again, one foot, bring it down, lift again the other foot, bring it down. This time, lift one heel, pause, bend the knees deeper and stand tall, reaching both hands up. Now, because my heel's lifted, my knee is bent, that's okay. You could straighten it. I like that little bend there, that just feels good. Rebend both knees, inhale, straighten, reach up. Rebend both knees, inhale, straighten, reach up. Last time, set the heel down, lift the opposite, same thing, up we go, drop it down. Inhale, up we go, drop it down. Not only is this a wonderful stretch for your hips, for your shoulders, your chest, this is some excellent inner and outer thigh work, strengthening those body parts. Drop both heels down, stand tall. Now from here, I want you to turn your right toe to the right and pivot your left heel. Your left foot can either be parallel, we're coming into a warrior two, more traditionally is kind of angling it in. I'm okay with you doing what works for you. See if you can point your hips towards the front right corner of your mat. Bend your front knee, stretch both hands out and away, finding your warrior two. Now push down into an imaginary table, open up across the chest, stare right over your right fingertips. Maybe bend the front knee deeper if that feels nice. Really suction cup the whole left foot to the ground, especially the pinky side toe of your left foot. Inhale, straighten your front knee, reach both hands up. Exhale, rebend both. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Last time, straighten, pause. Squeeze the inner thighs together, drop your left hand to your hip, and we'll take our little side body stretch back for reverse.
Return to your warrior two, pause. Look forward, point all 10 toes to me, and we'll do the same thing other side. Pivot your left foot. If you want to slightly rotate that right, you can. And then set yourself down into your warrior. We're going to flip the palms though. This time palms face up. Rotate from underneath the armpits. Lift out of the waist, ears high. Let yourself settle. How does it feel to arrive here? Feel the power, the strength, the energy our warrior two can create in our body. Turn and point your nose right over your left hand. Same thing from the other side. Inhale, hands lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, bend. Take that at your own pace. No hurry, no rush. Last time. Let yourself settle, hold. Now straighten the legs, reach your hands up, drop your right hand to your hip, and we'll take our side body stretch going back towards the right side. Really fanning, opening your left ribs. Arrive upright, point all 10 toes to me once more. Once again, I want you to lift the hands up high, bend both knees, and let's drop into a forward fold with our knees deeply bent. You can almost think of this when we're in this position, a wide leg forward fold with our legs parallel. It's kind of like a standing happy baby. Hopefully we do feel that nice big stretch through our hips. Maybe sway the hips a little side to side, nodding the head, wiggling. A few times, straighten and bend the knees. Bend the knees, tuck the tail, roll yourself all the way up to standing pause. Again, let's turn our right toe and sink into our warrior two on our first side. Do you want to separate the legs a little more this time? Do you want to focus on something new? A little different. From here, I want us to take our left hand to our hip and then stretch the right hand up and over, sinking back into a reverse warrior two right here. Shoulders open, navel up and in. Big inhale. Exhale, return upright. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, come on upright. One more time, lean back. Exhale, come on upright, pause. 3 times, stretch past your knee, reaching your fingers away. Exhale, pull yourself up. Now, obviously, this is a nice stretch, especially for our lower back, but it's also a wonderful bit of abdominal work. Inhale, I reach away. Exhale, I engage my tummy muscles, pull them back. Last time, reach away, pause. Hand can come to your knee, or we can drop our forearm and take our hand high for a small extended side angle. Does it feel better to kind of back the hips up, or do you want to drop them down? Both options are perfectly fine. Opening up across the chest, maybe point your nose to the sky. Take a full big inhale. Exhale, come on upright, straighten the leg, point all 10 toes to me. Point your left toe away. And again, let's find the beginning of our warrior two here. We'll keep our palms pointing down for this one. Hand to our hip, lean back, reverse warrior. Pause there for a moment. Maybe squeeze your thigh butt connection point more. Does it feel better to look kind of forward or up past your arm? Both options are fine. Big inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lean back. And again, we can think of this as some sneaky abdominal work. Exhale, pull yourself up, engage the tummy. Inhale, reach and lean back. And again, it's like you're painting that rainbow with your fingers, trying to lift the fingers up to the top of the rainbow and then all the way down. Last time, take it back. Bring yourself up. And then 3 times, reach past the knee. Exhale, pull yourself back. Inhale, stretch towards the wall. Exhale, pull yourself back. Last time, big stretch, pause. Hand can come to knee if we're up a little higher than me. Forearm can. Maybe extend the arm up to the sky. Does it feel good to look up? Would you want to take the arm more in line with the ear? All options are open. We have the ability to move at our own pace. Full big breath. And come on upright. Point all 10 toes to me. One more time. Both hands lift to the sky. Exhale, chin to chest, bend the knees, drop into your forward fold.
Just let the head be heavy. Allow everything to sink. You don't have to be as close to the ground as I am. If we're up higher, that's perfectly fine. Take the hips side to side. Shake out the shoulders. Do your thing. And then from here, bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Take a little half lift. I still have my knees bent. If you want to try straightening the legs, you absolutely can. I feel like I get a bigger hip stretch with the knees bent and pointing stem in line with my toes. Take one more breath. Exhale, drop into your forward fold. Heel toe the feet back underneath your hips. Roll yourself up to standing if your hips popped. Mine just did. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable with that. Hand to our heart, hand to our stomach, or just down by your side. Make sure you're engaging your thigh butt connection point, your tummy, lifting the ears high so we're standing tall and straight. Can you relax the muscles in your face? Softening the jaw, letting the eyelids be heavy, but at the same time, feeling strong, steady, feeling ready to move on with your day. Take a moment to think about all your body accomplished for you in this short class and all that you can be proud of. Full big inhale. Big deep sigh out. Bow your chin to your chest. Flutter the eyes open. Pat yourself on the back. Thank yourself for doing something so good and just for you. I certainly hope you enjoyed class. I cannot wait to see you again and see you for the next day of our challenge. Thanks again.